Coming up, it's the Commanders' superstar cornerback, who's really putting up incredible numbers all season, 11 interceptions so far. It's the Commanders and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
On first down, Russell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw on second down, Russell finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun, Russell. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6th-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll get this to about the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Jennings. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw. Russell. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To throw on second down. Russell, he finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. A tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
What was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit from the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by Washington.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion.
This time they face a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Russell. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Russell. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down. Russell.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Complete to number 16. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing on first down. Russell. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Here's Ellington. And now out comes Minnesota.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And what a nice example there of the tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! From 6 yards away.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Russell. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffith. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
So back-to-back plays each get nothing. Now they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Ezekiel Elliott over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And at the half, they are down to the visiting Dolphins in that one. A couple of touchdowns there for Travis Etienne. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
That's taken it around the 40. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing again. Russell. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Russell over the middle, complete. That's Alexander.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brings up second and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
All start.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Now back to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming out of all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Russell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell, he finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Back to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Russell. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, Russell. He will find Winslow on the left side, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To throw on 2nd down, Russell. He will find Winslow. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Russell.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Russell.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
1st down, Commanders.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get out of that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
Operating from the gun, Russell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 6 yards away.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over.
They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Russell, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Russell. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on 1st down. Russell. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. They're 49 yards.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
This stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down, but I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold, and finally the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st target, 1st catch, and a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd down and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
To the ground and incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Good gain there on first down. That keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Washington, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's